From Zero to Millionaire intro. Listen, I want you to take a deep breath right now, because what you're about to hear might just flip your entire belief system upside down. You see, every single person walking this earth has two choices: settle for the life they've been handed, or rise and claim the life they were born to live. And if you're reading this, I already know something about you. You're not the type to settle. I've coached billionaires, world leaders, and hyper-formers across the globe. And let me tell you a truth most people miss. Wealth isn't just about money, it's about mindset. It's about decisions. It's about conditioning your nervous system to expect more, demand more, and become more. You don't need a silver spoon or a Harvard degree to build wealth. You need hunger, you need a strategy, and you need to execute like your life depends on it, because it does. From Zero to Millionaire isn't a fairy tale. It's a framework. It's a blueprint that's been followed by underdogs, immigrants, dropouts, and dreamers from every corner of the world. People who started with nothing, but refused to stay there. So here's the deal: if you're ready to stop blaming, stop waiting, and start doing, then buckle up. Because this isn't just about making money, it's about becoming the person who's capable of massive impact. The millionaire version of you already exists. It's time to meet them. Let's go. Everything begins in the mind. Before a single dollar is earned, before a business is launched, before a risk is taken, there's a decision, a belief, a mindset shift that says, I will not stay where I am. That mental pivot is what separates those who stay broke from those who break through. The truth is, most people never become wealthy because they're running mental programs that sabotage them before they ever get started. They've inherited limiting beliefs about money. Statements like money is the root of all evil, or rich people are greedy, or people like me don't get rich. These aren't just passing thoughts. They're deep, seated belief systems, often absorbed in childhood, that quietly dictate how we think, feel, and act around wealth. To go from zero to millionaire, you must rewire your beliefs at the deepest level. This doesn't mean just repeating affirmations in front of a mirror. It means doing the deep inner work to identify the unconscious stories holding you back and replacing them with empowering truths. It means questioning everything you've been taught about wealth. It means deciding with absolute certainty that money is not just for the lucky, the born rich, or the Ivy League graduates, but for you. And once that mental shift is made, the world starts to respond differently. Opportunities you never noticed begin to appear. Risks no longer feel like threats but invitations. Fear turns into fuel, but mindset isn't just about belief. It's also about emotional conditioning. Every time we associate fear, guilt, or shame with money, we create internal conflict that pushes it away. If deep down you believe wealth makes you a bad person, your subconscious will make sure you never keep it. That's why it's not enough to hustle and grind. You've got to align emotionally. You've got to feel worthy of success. You've got to see money as a tool for good, not something to be feared or resented. This kind of alignment makes your actions powerful, focused, and magnetic. The most successful people in the world have one thing in common. They believe in their capacity to grow and create. They're not defined by their circumstances. They're driven by their vision. They don't see failures as final. They see them as feedback. That kind of resilience and confidence comes from a mindset that says, I may not know how yet, but I will figure it out. That's the kind of mindset that builds empires from nothing. You must also protect your mind like a fortress. If you surround yourself with negative, broke-minded people who constantly complain about how unfair life is, their beliefs will infect you. On the flip side, if you immerse yourself in empowering environments, books, podcasts, mentors, conversations that challenge and stretch you, your mental standards will rise. You'll start thinking bigger, acting bolder, and believing that more is possible. Success is contagious, but so is mediocrity. Choose your influences wisely. Rewiring your mindset isn't a one-time event, it's a daily discipline. Every day, you must feed your mind with possibility. You must guard it from distraction, negativity, and fear. You must condition yourself to act in spite of doubt, to see rejection as redirection, and to remember that the most valuable real estate you'll ever own is the 6 inches between your ears. The journey from zero to millionaire starts the moment you decide that your past does not define your future. When your mind expands, your results follow. Change your story and you'll change your life. No one becomes a millionaire by accident. It's never luck. It's never just talent. It's about showing up every single day, whether you feel like it or not. Discipline is the silent engine behind every self-made success story. While others hit snooze, millionaires are up building. While others complain, they're executing. While others wait for motivation, they rely on discipline. And that discipline, over time, compounds into massive results. Developing an unshakable work ethic doesn't mean working 20 hours a day and burning out. It means being intentional. It means committing to excellence, doing the hard things without shortcuts, and building the habit of consistency. Success doesn't require perfection. It requires repetition. It requires doing the right things over and over again, long after the initial excitement wears off. This is where most people fail. They start strong, but their energy fades when it gets uncomfortable. Millionaires push through that wall. They train themselves to be comfortable with discomfort. Discipline is about mastering your time and protecting your focus. The world is full of distractions, notifications, drama, useless noise, and each one is stealing your future. Wealth builders treat their time like the most valuable currency on earth because it is. They schedule their days, they prioritize what matters, and they say no to anything that doesn't align with their vision. They don't dabble, they commit, and when they fall off, they get back on without making excuses. A strong work ethic also means doing the work when no one is watching. It's easy to perform when there's applause. But the real breakthroughs happen in silence. In the early mornings, the late nights, the behind the scenes hours when no one sees the grind. That's where character is forged. That's where mastery is built. That's where momentum starts. You build self-respect every time you follow through on what you said you'd do, and self-respect fuels confidence. And confidence attracts success. There will be days when you doubt yourself. There will be failures, setbacks, and moments when quitting feels easier. But millionaires don't make decisions based on feelings. They move based on purpose. They remember why they started. They have emotional endurance. They've trained their minds to stay locked in even when results are slow. They understand that discipline isn't punishment, it's freedom. It's the freedom to live on their terms, to create wealth, and to never again be controlled by circumstances. The work isn't glamorous, and the rewards aren't instant. But the person you become through the process is unstoppable. Your ethic becomes your edge. While the rest of the world chases quick wins, you're building something real, something lasting. Millionaire success isn't about a magic formula. It's about the grind, the repetition, the grit. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality, and once you build it, nothing can stop you. Becoming a millionaire isn't just about working hard, it's about working smart and learning how to turn skills into value, and that value into income. Money flows to those who solve problems. It's not about luck or connections. It's about becoming valuable in the marketplace. The question isn't how can I get rich? The better question is, how can I make myself so valuable that the world can't ignore me? The first step is identifying skills that are in demand, skills that people, businesses, or industries are willing to pay for. This could be digital marketing, coding, sales, copywriting, design, negotiation, or even emotional intelligence. Whatever it is, your goal is to master it to the point where your work delivers measurable results. The more rare and useful your skill becomes, the more valuable you are, and the more people will pay for access to what you can do. But skill alone isn't enough. You have to position that skill in a way that connects with needs in the market. This means learning how to communicate your value. It means learning how to market yourself, how to sell, how to build trust. Many people stay broke not because they lack talent, but because they don't know how to show others the impact of what they offer. You need to learn how to translate your skill into results people care about, whether that's increased revenue, saved time, improved performance, or greater influence. Once you begin monetizing your skill, the next step is scaling that income. Instead of trading time for money forever, Millionaires look for ways to leverage their skills into products, systems, or services that can grow without being chained to their own hours. They create online courses, build businesses, license their intellectual property, hire teams, or develop software. This is how they move from one effort to any impact. Ultimately, the market rewards people who bring solutions. The better you become at solving real problems, the more income and freedom you create. Focus on mastery, not mediocrity. Focus on impact, not just income. Learn, adapt, and evolve, and turn your abilities into assets. That's how you move from surviving to thriving. That's how you turn skills into wealth. Millionaires don't just hustle harder, they build smarter. They understand that time is limited, but systems are scalable. Working hard may get you off the ground, but building systems is what gets you free. If you want lasting wealth, you have to learn how to leverage tools, technology, and teams to create income that doesn't rely on your constant effort. This is where automation, investment, and scaling come into play. The first key is understanding the power of systems. A system is anything that runs with consistency, efficiency, and minimal daily effort from you. Whether it's an email marketing funnel, a sales process, a content calendar, or a client onboarding sequence, systems create order and allow you to repeat success. Millionaires aren't reinventing the wheel every day. They're executing systems they've tested, improved, and optimized over time. Next comes automation. With the right tools, tasks that used to take hours can be done in seconds. Scheduling, invoicing, customer support, social media posting. All of these can be streamlined. This doesn't just save time, it frees mental bandwidth so you can focus on the big picture strategy instead of getting stuck in the weeds. Automation doesn't replace human touch. It enhances it by letting you operate with more consistency and precision. But systems and automation alone aren't enough. Millionaires invest, because money that just sits loses value, while money that moves grows. Investing in assets like real estate, stocks, businesses, or even your own education turns income into wealth. These investments generate returns, build passive income, and create financial momentum. And here's the key, they don't require your daily presence. That's real freedom. When your money works even while you sleep. Finally, you must scale. This means finding ways to increase your income without increasing your hours. You can scale through hiring a team, licensing your intellectual property, launching digital products, or creating a subscription service. Whatever the method, the goal is the same. Expand your impact while reducing your dependency on manual work. Millionaires don't aim to do everything themselves. They aim to build something that outlives their effort. By focusing on smart systems, leveraging tools, investing wisely, and scaling strategically, they create a business or lifestyle that grows far beyond their individual limitations. That's how true wealth is built, not just through effort, but through intelligent leverage. Reaching your first million is a powerful milestone, but staying there and growing beyond it requires a mindset of continuous evolution. The most successful millionaires never get comfortable. They remain students of the game, always learning, adapting, and looking for ways to grow. The moment you stop growing, you start falling behind. The economy changes, technology evolves, markets shift, and if you're not evolving with them, you become irrelevant. Staying hungry means staying curious, driven, and open. It's the fire that keeps pushing you to improve, even when you've already achieved more than most. It's not about greed, it's about growth. True millionaires aren't chasing money. They're chasing mastery, impact, and the satisfaction of building something greater than themselves. But just as important as hunger is humility. The most dangerous trap of success is arrogance, thinking you know it all or that you can't lose. Millionaires who build legacies stay grounded. They listen more than they talk. They seek mentorship, welcome feedback, and surround themselves with people who challenge them. Humility allows them to pivot, to admit when something isn't working, and to keep evolving without ego getting in the way. The combination of hunger and humility is what creates a long, lasting legacy. It's what keeps millionaires from plateauing and allows them to expand into new arenas, whether it's business, philanthropy, leadership, or personal growth. They don't just want to make money, they want to make impact, and that drive keeps them sharp, focused, and unstoppable. Millionaire success isn't a one-time event. It's a lifelong mindset. Stay hungry to reach higher levels. Stay humble to keep learning, because in a world that's constantly changing, your ability to grow is your greatest competitive advantage. The journey from zero to millionaire isn't just about making money. It's about becoming a radically different version of yourself. It's a transformation that begins in the mind, is powered by discipline, fueled by skill, and multiplied by smart systems. It's not easy and it's not overnight, but it is possible for anyone willing to do the work, face the discomfort, and grow beyond their excuses. You don't need a perfect background. You don't need permission. You need vision, hunger, and a commitment to personal evolution. You must rewire your beliefs, commit to relentless execution, master valuable skills, build systems that scale, and never stop growing. Every millionaire started somewhere, often with nothing but a decision to no longer settle. The path is paved with sacrifice, but the reward is freedom. Financial freedom, time freedom, and the freedom to live life on your own terms. That freedom isn't reserved for the chosen few. It's available to you right now. The moment you decide to step up and own your future, you have what it takes. The question is, are you willing to pay the price? Because the millionaire version of you already exists. It's not a fantasy, it's a decision, one made in silence, repeated in action, and proven in results. This is your time, not someday, now.